All right, you're here at the entrance of a grotto to the Holophant. It's pretty dark right now because there's a bunch of winding paths to the actual center of it. What would you all like to do, and what orders would you like to give to Oliver?
Does he
Um,
have like a torch or something? Like, is this place pretty lit up right now?
It's not that lit up, it's pretty dim, and the deeper you go, it'll start to get darker until you reach the actual grotto where you assume it will open up from what he said. But he has
Gotcha.
dark vision, so he can see pretty well right now.
But the rest of us are pretty blinded right now.
Unless you have dark vision, then you are.
Gotcha.
I think you do have some torches, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me check my bag.
I have dark vision. I have
I
dark
do have a
vision.
torch actually.
Yay.
If I have a sword that can catch on fire, can it just stay lit and be used as a torch?
Is that a sword that can stay on fire, or is that a smite?
It's the searing smite, yeah. Or is that just like temporary?
That's
What if
very
it's just like,
temporary.
oh, I thought it was like until I hit somebody, it stays on fire.
I'm the offer. I can like produce a flame as one of my cantrips, but at the same time, I want to leave it out there. Like, is it smart to be lighting a fire right now and bringing more attention to us?
Don't. No, that's up to you. You can.
That's why I'm leaving the question open. Like, I can light up the place, but also I don't know if that's a smart idea.
Oliver suggests that anyone with dark vision can head to the front and just scout ahead with him.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. It seems like Aidwin has dark vision, and whoever else can see in the dark probably just lead us in the front and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, when you want to move up to the front with Oliver.
Yeah, I'll join the front line. It's kind of since I can see. Also, quick question: I forgot? Did we short rest or no? I think there's like a whole
Yes,
thing.
but it was a short rest, but you were immediately leaving, so you couldn't heal up properly.
Okay.
But your spells are back, so you're good on that.
Cool.
And Aidwin, while you're doing that, give me, what's your AC again?
My AC is now 20.
Well, you see a flying snake come right at your face and attack you.
Fuck. Even with my dark vision?
Mm-hmm. And it comes right out of the hole in the wall. And it will do 9 damage to you.
9 damage?
It does 1 point of piercing damage, and you get 8 points of poison. So make a Constitution saving throw for me real quick.
Sure. Constitution. Where I'm all thrown off. Where's my shit?
Yeah, you're good. You're not poisoned.
Jesus Christ! I couldn't even like duck.
You're still. That snake is attached to your face.
My helmet. Attached to my helmet.
Could be your neck. You want? You gonna try to get it off? It's your go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a freaking.
What now? I gotta ask you a question. Would you be screaming right now, or would you be stunned like silence?
I don't know. Let me see. You know what? Actually, let me see. I'm going to mentally. I'm gonna roll a d10.
Okay.
And if it's above a 5, if it's above a 5, I'm screaming. Okay, it's I rolled a 3, so I have a muffled like.
Oliver sees that, and he's just gonna attack this thing with a dagger. He'll hit.
Please don't miss.
That thing's dead, so you're you're good.
Just stab me in the face. I kind of like turn around and I'm like, okay, guys, careful of snakes.
You do see there's like two paths that could be taken, one to the north and one to the south. It's up to any of you which way you want to go.
Is
I'll
it
move
like,
ahead.
can I try to peer as far down both ways and just like get any sense of like, you know, if anything kind of seems like different about one passage versus the other or anything?
Yeah, if you want to move on ahead.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I can move on ahead down one a little bit, see what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like you said, one's north, one south?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn, offer if anyone wants to join me for a little bit, but I guess I'll go south to begin with and just, not too far, but just trying to see if I see anything.
Okay.
Move my way down here. I have no idea how far I'm going at this point.
Once you reach right there,
Mm-hmm.
you see empty area at first. Looks like a dead end pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing going on. And then you start to hear some rumbling.
I just like hear rumbling kind of like around. Can I like put my ear to the ground and see if I could like see if it's like coming from beneath us or anything?
You sure can.
All right. So I do so. Just to try to figure out where like the sound is coming from. My ears are very perked right now.
Mm-hmm. You can do either like a nature or perception check to see.
Yeah, I'll do a perception. Wow.
There is a big tremor coming right below you. Like right, it looks like about 30 feet to the south of you. It's like a big tremor and it starts to shake the earth a lot.
And I can just feel that it's like, it's like in the kind of towards the center of the room that right now appears empty.
Yes.
All right,
And
I'm gonna
it
run
is
back
approaching rapidly.
I'm gonna run back to the group really quickly and like just like in a huffed breath, be like, felt something, tremors, something's beneath us. It's in the room just to the south of us. So just warning everyone that something's up, and if we want to, we could go north or see what happens in the south room.
All right, well, let's maybe not go to the crazy tremor room.
All right.
Yeah, I
Sounds
agree
like
with that
planning.
sentiment.
All right, you I guess the path to take is up north. So would everybody start moving their people up north? To this path.
Okay. I'm gonna stay towards the back and just kind of keep glancing behind me because I'm a little shaken from the tremors in the grotto.
Yeah, and you have never heard anything like that either, by the way.
Yeah. Don't think I come across many of those things in the swamp.
Maybe a bigger mushroom.
Typically, they don't produce tremors. Typically.
True. Adwin, would you like to come up here with Oliver since you have dark vision?
I mean, sure. I'm not sure how much help it does me since I can still get attacked by snakes. But yes.
Right now it's pretty empty. Like this, you're not getting a lot of stuff. It's just a long corridor. And eventually come to another section. Where it's just looks like it goes into two more paths. One straight ahead and then one to the south.
So many choices. And there were again two passages this time. What?
Yeah, you just keep on going straight ahead to the west, and there is one to the south.
Gotcha. Let me see if there's anything I can do here.
Oh, and when you start getting closer, you just start to see a little bit more light in this cavern.
Can we tell which direction it's coming from? Like you said, like either west or south of us?
Both of them.
Got it. What to do? Any ideas? Anybody? Like, what any general direction that anyone's just feeling right now?
Left.
Go
You want to
left.
keep going west?
Sure.
Oliver thinks about it for a second, and he will decide he will want to be a little stealthy boy. He gets a 21, so he'll just move on ahead just a little bit. He'll start scouting out the area even more. And it will show up. It will show up, hopefully. That path is empty to the one down to the south. But you start to see a little bit more greenery and some more light from the middle of the room.
Greenery in the middle of the grotto.
Mm-hmm. At this point, the grotto is like about 60 feet down from where you currently are.
All right. I mean, seems generally safe enough. We can start moving or make our way down, I think. Possibly.
Oliver would just poach up here and wait for everybody to catch up. Give them signals of the all clear. Belzeron, are you gonna move up? Or are you gonna guard the back?
I'll probably guard.
Can I just like come over here? It looks almost, is it like a path or is it like a cliff overlooking the grotto?
It's a cliff overlooking the grotto.
Can I like go down the path a little bit and just kind of like look around on the ground
Yeah.
and look down at the grotto?
Sure you can. Which direction do you want to look towards the grotto or more down south?
I'll look a little bit. I guess I'll start looking at the grotto.
Okay.
Do I need to do a perception check or something?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah, why not?
Good enough. You will start to see a bit more of the grotto.
Gotcha. Nothing much to see right now.
Nothing really much. It's not the middle of the grotto. There is something that you do see, however. And it is going to be, if it'll pop up.
What do I see?
You see a skeleton.
Oh. Am I looking at an alive skeleton, or am I looking at like just like a skeleton in the ground?
This skeleton is It has both of its hands on the hilts of a sword that are stuck in the ground, and it's kneeling down with its forehead on the sword hilt.
Hmm.
And it has a bunch of like vines and moss covered all over it and intertwined with the sword to where it looks like it hasn't moved for centuries.
Got it. I'm gonna take a quick look around me, I guess to the south of me, and then if I don't see anything, head up towards the group and report back the skeleton.
Give me a perception check before you do that.
Alright. It keeps rolling like twice for some reason, I'm not sure
Hmm.
why. But there.
Right below your feet, something that's similar to that tremor before is happening.
Just below me right now.
Just exactly below you.
Got it, got it.
And it's
Okay, well,
quickly coming up towards you.
I'm gonna dodge as quickly as I can, straight to the, I guess, north of myself, or I'm just gonna dodge like to the right.
Yeah, go ahead and I'll let you move like 15 feet away.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna move those 15 feet right here, closer to the group, and then I'm gonna shout to the that something's coming, and then yeah.
Belzeron, give me a perception check. You do that. And tell me what you get with it. Because I want to see Belzeron will end up. You're gonna hear that shout, even though you're in the back there. And everyone is going to see this huge ass mole looking shark pop up out of the ground.
Excuse me, you say a mole shark?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Having trouble.
That's what it looks like.
Oh shit! I didn't realize we're playing Dark Souls tonight.
That thing is called a Bullete.
A bullet with butterfly wings, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. And it is huge, and I mean it's gigantic. And in fact, that's not the only one. Belzeron should be able to see the one that Jex heard earlier, and it pops up in that spot.
Looks like he's on his own for now.
So would everyone like to roll me initiative?
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna be rolling death saves tonight. It sounds like a song.
It's not that bad.
I forgot, where's initiative?
Top, in your character sheet, right next to armor class.
Got an 8.
Rolling death saves tonight.
It's every single time.
You never roll well on initiative.
I rolled it decently for once.
What'd you roll?
15.
15. What'd you roll, Sabrina?
8.
8. Belzeron, what did you roll?
8.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is gonna be interesting.
We're also split up right now. Well, actually.
Just to help out. Alright, the first one to act is Oliver. He's just gonna be all sorts of freaked out. And I think the thing he will try to do is Hmm. He's gonna. Not too sure. He's going to cast Featherfall on himself. And once he does that, Oliver is gonna jump off this cliff and into the grotto. And he will start to slowly descend. Might as well. No, don't want to hide that. Want to reveal it. There we go. Start seeing a little bit more of the center of the grotto now. Can't fully see it, but that's him. He's going to fall, and he's probably going to reach the bottom at the start of his next turn, and that's the end of his turn. So, Aidwin, what would you like to do?
Oh heck! Is there any way that Aidwin sees of like climbing down into this grotto?
You can jump
And how far down is it?
60
again?
feet.
60 feet. That's a long way down. How does fall damage work in this game again?
Can't you just jump on top of the tree and be fine? It's fluffy. Leaves.
Oh yeah, that makes
You're going to take,
sense.
if you plan on falling all 60 feet, you're going to take 6d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
I would just die.
What if you do fall in a tree?
Alright, if you want to try to fall on a tree or a bush, you
Aim for the
can.
bushes.
Yeah, if you want to aim for the bushes, you give me an athletics check and a perception check, and I'll see if you can make it that far.
Let me see. There's no athletics. Oh, there is. Oh, I have a +9 in that. An athletics and a what?
Jesus, you're just like a
Perception?
freaking
Okay.
flip paladin. Well, it's not your
Okay.
turn yet. I'm still trying to decide how I want to die.
I got a 19,
Mm-hmm.
and now let's check perception.
Okay.
I got a 14, so a 14 and a 19.
I'm going to say you can decrease that fall damage to 3d6.
I don't want to take that. If it was like 63, I'd probably take it. 3d6. Yeah.
I'm saying there's some pretty big trees down here for you to do that in this grotto that's semi-underground in a cavern.
I'm just gonna move.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna run over here.
That
See?
bullet is looking right at Aidwin, too,
Well, I mean, but he's further away now.
for now.
And I'm going. I'm going to.
Actually, since he moved to that spot, I'm going to let you see a little bit more going on.
Yeah. See if maybe I could like get a better peek of this topography.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can I roll the 3d6s before I decide to jump?
Nope.
No, that's.
Absolutely not. Oh, you see the Holophant now, Aidwin.
Ah!
It's right there and it's sleeping.
It's the Hufflepuff.
Cute little elephant with butterfly wings.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I'm still in survival mode, so.
And
as
you
cool as
do
that
know
is.
from the note, because you remember what was written down in the note, it was step 6, sacrifice of a Holophant. So,
We gotta capture it alive.
we gotta save it. We gotta save the Holophant. or kill it so that they can't sacrifice it. But no, let's save it. I'm gonna use my bonus action to give myself 6 temporary HP. Yay! The last time I could do that. And then I am going to I'm just gonna hunker down. I'm gonna, what do they call that? What is it? It's like a action, guarding, disengage, dodge. The dodge action. There we go. I'm taking the dodge action.
I'm just gonna ready a dodge action.
It means that until the start of my next turn, any attack made against me has disadvantage.
Okay.
So
it's good.
I'm hunkering down. I'm dodging.
Because
That's it.
that's the end of your turn, and it's the Bullet's turn. Bullet Boy is gonna look at the closest thing to it. And it is going to jump straight up in the air 30 feet without even a running start. It just points its head up, jumps. And it's gonna jump right towards Og.
Hell yeah.
And it's gonna land on him.
Hell yeah.
So Og, would you kindly... Actually, I'm gonna have to roll it. It's fine. You are... I'm gonna need you to make a strength saving throw or a dexterity, either or, whatever choice you want.
I guess it has to be this one. Oh,
Are
what's, first one?
You succeed anyways, you're fine.
Ooh, nice. Does that mean I just dodge it, or what's the deal there?
You will take... You're gonna take 3d6 of bludgeoning damage, and then you're gonna take 3d6 slashing damage, but I'm gonna half both of those since you succeeded.
Alright.
You take 10 damage in total, and you're not knocked prone. It just bumped into you with its claw and its big ass head.
Got it. Are you gonna... I'm gonna lower my health points from my side, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 points, you said?
Yep.
Alright. Am I underneath this thing right now, or am I, like, knocked to the side a little bit?
I'm gonna say you can be knocked like 5 feet away from it, so like it does so much bludgeoning damage and force, like you just get knocked away.
Got it.
And that's all it's gonna do for its turn. Now we move to Belgeron. You hear a whole bunch of stuff going down, and what are you gonna do?
Go check on everyone.
Give me a stealth check real quick. You can get by this thing without it noticing. So, how much would you want to move? Would you want to take a dash action to double your movement to get closer?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So how much does that give me? Double, right?
Yep.
And each of these is 5?
Mm-hmm. Each is 5, and I think your movement is regularly like 35, right?
It's 30, so I can move by
Okay.
I guess that's like all I can do this turn.
If that is it, then Sabrina, it's your go.
Okay. Let's see. Um, Dang. So I can get right over to the monster and attack it, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm going to approach the monster and try to kill it with fire. So
Can certainly try.
we're gonna use a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for Searing Smite. We rolled the 3 for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna try use my longsword. And I rolled a 15 on that. So
You
does that
hit
hit?
the hardest part of its body, which is its head, and it deflects off.
Dang. No damage even?
Nope.
That's kind of lame. I even rolled a 15.
Doesn't it? And it just kind of like looks at you like food.
That's kind of spooky. Can I back away?
You used all your movement.
Dang.
You gave it
See.
your best shot.
That's the end of your turn, and Aug is now yours.
Can I like? I'm a little shaken after immediately being jumped, but I'm just gonna really quickly. Can I glance at or I figure my vision is on it, like where the grotto is right below us to the right, and like we're on the edge of the cliff right now.
Yeah.
All right, can I? And so I'm looking at the bullet, and it is also standing on the edge of the cliff as well, right?
Sure is.
All right, I'm gonna cast really quickly my mold earth cantrip,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm gonna whatever ground is beneath this thing's feet, I'm gonna just like shove it off to the right, and just like drop it down, but so like pulling the ground out from under this thing's feet.
You essentially want to create like a landslide almost.
Essentially, like whatever like is land that's like right on the edge of the cliff, like right next to this thing. I'm gonna try to basically just like cause it to just like start crumbling down.
So you want it to go down this way, right?
Yeah, like off to the right, off to the edge of the cliff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me either. This is your choice. Nature or Arcana, whichever one you want to do.
Okay. Guess nature's my best bet.
You see the cliff hold steady, and then suddenly give out underneath in a 30-foot cube where this thing stands, and it's going to tumble all the way down in one swift motion, all the way down 60 feet, and it will take enough damage to where it is now bloodied.
All right. I'm closer to Oliver, right where I want it. Man thought he could bail on us.
Well, the mission was to secure the Holophant and save it.
It's it was a spur of the moment decision. I just wanted it away from me.
And in fact, when that happens, you see movement. And the skeleton starts to move. So it's beginning to rumble. That thing lets out an awful shriek. It basically lands head first on the ground. And actually, you start to hear more rumbling.
All right.
But is that the end of? Do you want to do any movement or anything to try to get?
Yeah,
deep?
I was gonna look at that really quickly. I'm gonna use. Can I use this? Yeah, I don't think I can use this. 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start running towards like where I guess Aidwin is, like just in that general direction. I guess I can move like 30, which is, let's see, like this much right here.
Okay.
And that's my turn right there.
Oliver looks up at you. He's still falling down now. And he's like, "What the fuck? I gotta deal with this."
Just hit him with a shrug.
This is the end of his turn. That bullet that none of you can see, and the one that you heard before coming from underneath the ground, you start to hear it bust through some walls and dig closer to you guys. Now it is Oliver's turn, and Oliver is down on this bush. Now, he didn't take any falling damage or anything like that. And he's trying to figure out what exactly he can do here. He knows that he needs to secure the Holophant at all costs. And that skeleton started to move unbeknownst to him. But he will actually get... Let's see here. How far away is this thing from Oliver? He'll just move up about 5 feet. And he's going to cast Sleep on this bullet. Let's see if he can knock him out. Okay. Gotta be kidding me. This thing is now asleep. It must have gotten a concussion of sorts or just been plain knocked out. But it is now asleep.
Oh. Nice.
And Oliver will just move around. So basically the middle of this grotto is a little like raised section. And in the middle of that raised section is the Holophant. So you can kind of see how it's raised a little bit and where to get to it from. Let's go ahead and do that. And Oliver will start to move around and get to where he can actually get up there. Aidwin, it's now your go.
Okay, well, so that bullet thingy looks asleep and hurt. And you said the skeleton is kind of just chilling, or what was the skeleton?
It just started to like slightly move. Like it looks like the vines and stuff that have grown on it and in towards it over time have kind of locked it down in place. So it's trying to. It looks like it might try to free itself.
I'm gonna move again. I'm gonna go over and yeah.
Go over there.
Yep.
And that's just going to reveal more of what you see, which is more cavern around this grotto.
Still not much of quite a ways to get down there.
Actually, give me a perception check real quick.
Wait, 12.
I'll say you see you see Casa, the little goblin hag.
Oh, God damn it. I knew it. I mean, I didn't know it, but now I know it.
And she's looking right at the Holophant.
Ah, shit. Alright, well, I guess even if I have like low HP, it's super important that this hag does not get to this Holophant. So, damn, I'm gonna use my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And Adwin kind of fiddles with on his belt section on his armor and kind of like powers up a thing, and all of a sudden you see Adwin kind of blip 30 feet down to here as he misty steps down to this area here.
Okay.
Like a little warp thingy.
She spots you when you do that.
I'm sure she does.
She says, "Hands off the merchandise. That's mine, goblin boy."
Yeah, well, that's offensive to this Hufflepuff.
Where's that pretty little elf of yours? I have some unfinished business with her.
I'm sure you do. We're all busy, okay?
Okay.
I don't think I have any other. I used my okay. I moved.
Mm-hmm.
And Misty Step is a bonus action.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use my action to dash another 30 feet to get up right on this Hufflepuff.
When you get right up on this Holophant, there's like a dark cloak around it that you didn't see before.
Oh.
And that cloak starts to move.
Huh.
And in fact, that cloak starts to come to life.
You know, I should have just dodged.
And this is what you see.
A creepo. Aww. We are playing Dark Souls.
You see this thing with soulless black eyes and a long open mouth look at you. And not only does it look at you, it's going to cast something called Withering Gaze. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
What? It could just do that? 20.
You take 11 necrotic damage.
Why?
And you start to feel bags underneath your eyes grow darker and heavier.
One second. This is like, I feel like there's something I could do.
You are also now scared of this thing. And you're frightened.
Why are there so many enemies just popping up every corner?
Damn, on a save? That's wild. Okay.
It would have been 22 if you failed.
scared. No, I'm just scared. No, yep. That's kind of it.
So that's the end of your turn, Edwin.
Yeah, it is.
Let me just add this little fun thing to the initiative order. Everyone is very lucky the way it rolled. And now it is the big Bullet's turn, but it is asleep. So you all are lucky because it failed to wake up. So it is still asleep right now.
Mood.
Bells are on. It is now your go.
So it's asleep in the pit?
Yep, and it is very bloodied. It basically looks like it got a nasty concussion.
And what
It's
else
got
is
little
out there?
holophants flying around its head.
What else is down there?
A skeleton, Oliver, Aedwin, a holophant, and a thing called a bodak. It's a dark-looking creature covered in a cloak.
I guess I can try to jump down there if I use the dash.
Here's what I'll let you do. If you want to take the risk, I will let you aim for this thing with your arm blade out to deal more damage. If you miss, that thing's waking up, but if you hit, I'm gonna say you can basically kick it while it's knocked down. Is basically what I'm gonna let you do.
Fuck it, let's do it live.
Okay. Roll to see if you hit with your arm blade.
2. Or that's a 9.
It's still gonna take damage, regardless, because you're a heavy object falling right on top of it. So you are now right here. Fell right onto its head. Your arm blade shinks off of its head. It does cause like a scratch in it. And that thing takes 12 damage, actually. You hit it pretty good. But you take... Get this rolled up. You take 9 damage. And now you're on top of this thing, and it is now gonna wake up on its next turn. Is that it for you? Actually, remember you do have action surge if you would want to try to hit it one more time.
Yeah, I'll take another swipe at it.
Okay.
$17.
You just feel this arm blade connect with it and get past its armor.
It's 6 damage.
This thing is not looking happy. I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Sabrina, it's now your go.
I see.
Now, you have no clue about the hag goblin. You have no clue that it's over there. Only Aedwin knows.
Only Aedwin. But I can see it on the other side, right?
No. You
No-
see,
no
you do not see. All right, give me perception if you want.
Let's see.
You see a figure over there.
I get a bad feeling.
You can just
You
feel,
feel-
the rage boiling up.
If you feel it looking right at you now.
You know, maybe I don't want to get close to this.
Do you have anything ranged that could help out at the thing at the bottom of this cliff?
What do you mean? Can you say that again? Sorry.
There's that bullet at the bottom of the cliff where Belgeron is, and he's on top of it.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing as Belgeron just did.
Do you take any damage from hopping?
You will take 3d6.
It's a lot.
It's
But-
potentially 18 damage.
Because
Yes.
also potentially 3. So
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
do you get like extra
Um,
power if you land on it and like stab it like in a cool fashion?
Yep.
Ooh,
Okay.
neat.
I'll say you get an extra die of damage if you land a hit.
And if you don't land a hit, do you take damage from falling onto the ground? Because, you know, you want to land on the squishy enemy instead of the...
That enemy is anything but squishy.
He's going to be squishy after what I'm going to do to him.
Go for it. And I will
Okay.
say for everybody, it takes a 17, since Belgeron got it, it takes a 17 to hit.
Oh. So I am going to hop down with my gonna hop down with my maul,
Uh-huh.
which would be like, isn't that kind of like a bludgeon sort
Yep.
of? Okay. So I'm
You're
gonna
basically
try
doing
to
a heavy
bludgeon
bonk.
the armor. Yeah. So you're gonna see if this hits.
You know what? Let's roll again. I'm gonna let you do it with advantage.
There we go.
There you go.
I was like, 16, are you kidding me?
Roll your damage
Okay. Let's see. We got 8 damage.
now. And then
Oh, I forgot to
roll
use my
that.
spell. I wanted to do Searing Smite.
Alright, you can add it on too.
Okay, we're gonna add Searing Smite damage. We got 4
Uh-huh.
extra.
So roll
And
your regular
then-
damage one more time, but don't add the 3.
How do I do that?
Just
Or I
roll
just
it
do a d6.
and then subtract the 3.
But that's a 2d6. So do I?
Then just do 1d6.
Okay, I'll do that. Oops, I must have a 1d12. Okay. Rolling right now. So I get, that's a 3. So 8, I've done 11, 15.
15 in total, okay.
Not a bad
You-
amount.
Cave. You basically put a huge ass dent in this thing's head.
Is it on fire? Is the dent on fire?
No, it leaves a burn mark though.
That's great. So it's starting to get a bit squishier.
But now you're on top of this thing with Belgeron. It's that big. And
Look
you're
at
gonna
my
take
face.
3d6 damage. So let's see.
I forgot that. Do you want me to roll it?
I got it. It's 6 damage.
That's not too bad. Do I have to
Uh,
lower my own HP?
I got it.
Okay.
You basically twist your ankle a little bit when you fall down. Softens the blow just a tad bit than what it should be. But you still hit it, so congrats. I think that's the end of your turn, and the skeleton is
Well, how did
going
this thing
to.
bolt ahead of me?
Oh,
I
it's
mean-
because it's the last thing. So
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
it's not gonna be doing much anyway, so
Okay.
after this I'm gonna move it below you. It just loosens up one arm. That's all I can really do. It's got one arm free. And now is Og's go.
Just to clarify, did he pick up the Holophant, or did he just run up and then get scared by that thing?
He got scared.
So he's not touching the Holophant?
Nope.
Oh, dang, that actually changes a little bit too.
That Holophant is
Um,
like... The map is deceiving. That Holophant is at the feet of this thing. So this thing is standing over this Holophant.
It's
For
right
reference,
there
like-
on this thing.
Like, how big is the Holophant, by the way?
How big is the Holophant? It's a
like-
tiny little thing.
Like a doggy.
Yes. It looks basically like a little dog.
Scruggs size. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna do two things.
If you want more specific, it's 2 feet in size. Aidwin.
okay.
1 second, I'm trying to figure out. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast, in that case, my chill touch
Mm-hmm.
on this random thing that I don't know what, I forgot what it's called already, but
It
thing
is
with
a
the
Bodak.
face. A Bodak?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, actually, wait. Can I really quickly think in my mind? Have I ever come across these bullets before? Like, do I know anything about them?
Give me a combo of a history and a nature check.
All right. And then my nature check is gonna be so 6. Well, that's not very good. 6 and 4.
You might have heard this thing before, but you definitely have not seen it.
Got it.
Maybe
Okay,
when
so I
you
don't know
were
anything
keeping a
about it.
cave, like farming mushrooms or looking for new ones, you might have heard it. Then you quickly
Mhm.
got out of there. But
I
that's
don't know
it.
anything about it. All right,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I was originally gonna do and do this chill touch. So that's, I guess, my hit roll. Wow. And then assuming that hits on the screen face thing.
It for sure is gonna hit with a 27.
That's what I was gonna say. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast the necrotic damage for chill touch on that.
So you see this thing take some damage, but it doesn't look like that chill touch bothers it at all, and it will take half of
Okay.
9. So it'll take 5.
Got it. It does say, I'm just gonna show it. Well, it's not that. I think this. It does say, I think it has disadvantage on its. It's supposed to, I think, if you hit an undead target. I don't know if this thing is undead or not, but it says
It
has
is for sure
disadvantage
undead,
on
I
its
will tell you
attack
that.
rolls. It is not.
It is undead.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's supposed to have disadvantage on its attack rolls, at least against me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay,
And so that was my main action, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast that on Aidwin over there. So it's 6, and then I think it's supposed to be plus. This is my spell attack modifier.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 plus 4. So
I will
10.
add 10 then. There you go.
Yeah. Healed. Wow. This might be the first time I've gotten healed in this game.
Would you like to
Looking
take
at
any movement, Og?
I'm kind of liking my vantage point up here. I don't know. I feel comfortable. So I'm good right now.
Okay.
Not a very melee character to begin with.
It will now go to the bullet that cannot be seen. And that thing is just going to keep on burrowing and get closer and closer and closer. That's going to be the end of its turn. It is now Oliver's turn, and boy oh boy, Oliver has just seen quite a lot. Not knowing exactly what to do, he's going to make an insight check, actually. And he's going to go over and assist the skeleton and help him be freed.
Oliver, buddy.
The skeleton now is up. It has a bunch of like magical like nature art, like magic around it. It still looks rusty, it's still a skeleton, but instead of soulless like a skull cavern, its eyes glow just a little bit with a tinge of like green magic. And Oliver yells out, I think this was the protector of the Holophant for many years. He should be able to help us. He can.
Glad we didn't smash him.
He got a nat 20 on the inside check, by the way. So now
Lad.
it is the time for some hag business
I
to
forgot
appear.
this thing existed.
It is going to give me a perception check.
All right.
You're gonna see this anyways. You see a door appear in front of it. It opens the door, walks through it, and the door is going to open up in the wall right next to Sabrina. And in the
No.
wall, because it casts dimension door and it's 500 feet, in the wall, this hag is going to use its claws and nails and stick it right where the armor does not cover. And Sabrina, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't know where that is.
To the left where saving throws are. Should say con right below the dex.
Ah, yes. 13.
Sabrina, you feel your left arm, and you can actually see some of it in between the armor, from your fingertips all the way up to your shoulder, grow green and monstrous.
I don't like this.
And as a bonus action, Casa, this little hag, will cast Misty Step, and she's going to get 30 feet away from you to the top of this cliff. And she says, "See you soon, sweetie."
Cheeky.
Well then.
And that when that happens to you, that arm, it burns. It really does hurt you, and it burns. It's not
Do I
much.
take damage?
It's more of a mental burn instead of a physical one. And when that's all said and done, this Bodak, it's now its turn. And it looks at Aedwin, who is frightened by it. And it is going to ball its claw up into a fist and just straight punch Aedwin in the face.
Okay, cool.
Does a 23 hit you?
It normally would. Yes. Except as he goes to punch,
Mm-hmm.
Adwin kind of like holds his arm out and he like puts his hand over his magical tattoo
Yeah.
and calls out for shield, and I will cast the shield spell.
And that
Which,
raises you up to 25, right?
to
Yep.
25. Yes.
You see this
Ooh.
thing reaches out to punch you, and its hand is a black, like, substance, all necrotic looking. And I assume you just want to like grab the fist and just block it like out of an action movie.
Yeah, I kind of like wince my eyes and like hold out, and I just like grab my tattoo, just like knowing that this is what I should be doing, and just hope it works.
Now you're scared of this thing, so you're shitting your pants while this is happening. You're basically like, oh no. And its soulless eyes and its mouth get even wider. And that's the end of its turn. Now, Adwin, you're frightened, so you have to get away from this thing.
Yeah, I guess I just have to use all my movement to.
You gotta get away, yep. As far as you can, you gotta get away from this thing.
30. I guess I would like. I guess if I'm
You
scared,
can
I'm
head
just
over to
gonna-
Oliver if you want and try to use the buddy system.
I'm just gonna run. Yeah. Yeah, that was 30. So I remember
Make a
this, right?
Constitution saving throw for me now.
Constitution. 25.
You're no longer frightened. Oliver and this skeleton are weirdly reassuring when you're closer to them. And you think with their help, you could probably take this thing on.
Oh, I'm like, ooh, okay, ooh, hey. Alright, I still have an action. Alright, let me see.
But you cannot use it to go against the Bodak.
Okay.
If you're gonna use that action, you can maybe want to hit that bullet there.
Oh, this freaking guy. Yeah.
He's still alive.
So I load up my little cannon on my arm and I'd fire a firebolt.
Ooh,
That
okay.
dude. Ugh. 15.
It
14.
it bounces off.
Unless I get very embarrassed that I missed, and I use my saving face feat to
You sure can use that feat.
add a plus 5 or plus
It's gonna be enough to hit.
equal to
Don't even worry about
whatever
it.
is. So yeah.
All you have to do is hit a 17. So
Okay. There's more than 2 allies that I can see me.
roll that damage then.
So tag. 6.
Respectable. Respectable damage there. It's gonna be needed.
And it's fire. I don't know if in case that does anything.
You hit the under of its belly and it looks like it's got a tan now.
Nice.
It is now the bullet's turn. Because I'm pretty sure you can do nothing else, correct?
Nah. That's it.
So Belgeron and Sabrina are on top of this thing, and I assume they're going to be riding it. So it's going to jump 15 feet up in the air. And then it's going to jump 15 feet towards this group. So everyone is going to need to do... Give me a Constitution. Actually, hold up. Let's just double check. You... Let me just get you all off. Make a strength or dexterity saving throw, whichever one is your strong suit.
Drink or dexterous.
14.
Ugh, a 9.
Oliver succeeds, and the skeleton weirdly succeeds. Rena, what did you get?
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
Roll a dexterity or strength saving throw.
I think strength is the one where I have an advantage.
Okay.
I got a 21.
You're going to take half of this. I think the only people that are going to take half are Oliver, the skeleton, and Sabrina. Let's roll. The people that did not succeed take 26 damage. And the people that did succeed take 13.
Are we gonna get a full party kill here?
Maybe.
Nah, we got this.
Oliver,
Just have to believe.
Oliver is down at death's door right now. Everyone is pushed
Okay.
5 feet away from it. The skeleton is at death's door right now.
God damn it! This is the most useless protector ever.
I am 0.
You are knocked unconscious. Belzeron is just gonna take a wallop. You're starting to leak oil.
Did that count as a melee attack?
Yeah, I'll say it can, yeah.
1 second.
Everyone looks fucked up from this. This helped nobody out.
I'm thinking.
Og is just standing here looking at all the carnage.
Was it an attack that he had to roll for?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever damage you're trying to reduce, you can reduce it, is what I'll say.
Well, that's the thing, because if it's an attack that it would have had to have rolled for to like beat my AC, I would be using my silvery barbs,
Mm-hmm.
where it would have to re-roll a d20 and use the lowest roll.
Re-rolling that d20 for use. Now, this is just going to be for you specifically. Like, that's how I'm going to have to say it.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and roll it. We're just going to see how well it does. It gets an 18, so I'll say you still are going to take, like, some force damage, but you're back up to 6. I'll let you get back up to 6 health points.
Okay.
So it still fucks you up, but it does not knock you unconscious. Oh. Belzeron, it's your go.
Am I still on top of this guy?
You are 5 feet away from it, so you're right next to it.
I'm pissed off about my leaking oil, so I try to double tap him with my gun, and on the second shot, I use a grip point and fire a violent shot.
Okay. What does a violent shot do again?
I get an extra damage die if it lands, or I
Mhm.
get +2 on the fire score.
Okay. Roll to see if you attack both times. You missed the first. You hit the second time, so roll that damage.
It's 18, and then I roll
Jesus Christ. Alright, roll the
another
other one.
14.
Jesus, that thing. Alright, where do you shoot it at to kill this thing?
Right in the dome.
You want it right in between the eyes?
Yeah.
Your violent shot rings out in the grotto, goes through the middle of its eyes. You see it go cross-eyed, and then its big dumb head slouches down, and it is now dead.
The big X.
Is there,
Kind of
any,
epic.
is there anything else you want to do?
That'll be the end of my turn.
Would you like to move closer to the Holophant? And I think you have a bonus action left, right? Because I think you can do your healing thing that you can do for a bonus action if you want to get some more health points back. Second wind.
Yeah, I'll go for a second wind.
Okay. And just tell me how much hit points you get back.
Uh, 12.
Nice, I'll add that. You're looking better. And that is the end of your turn. Sabrina, this big dumb thing is now dead in front of you. And that hag is very far away from you.
I don't think there's any way for me to scale that cliff. Could I?
No.
Question. I should have stayed up there.
Everyone was in such a rush to get down.
Yeah. Aidwin was in a rush
Someone
to get to
else
the
boost me
Holophant.
up.
No.
Dang, I can do like
how tall is the cliff?
60 feet.
like 60 feet.
Oh shoot, no, I can't reach that. Sorry.
Would you like to move closer to that Holophant Bodak?
Would I have like a resistance to its magic at all?
I don't know. Do you have anything specifically that targets undead? Anything that affects the undead is well worth it.
Well, I just have a bunch of divine stuff.
Radiant damage is kind of the go-to, right?
Yep.
Against dead things.
It sure is. It is the thing in all actuality.
So would I want to go for that divine smite?
Can you get there in 30 feet? I do not know, so let's check.
Isn't there another bullet underneath the ground somewhere right now?
It's somewhere.
That's what I thought.
You can get to there in 30 feet. I'll let you just step over this stupid thing.
Jump over it because you're cool.
Yeah, you can get to that thing with 30 feet.
Okay.
So I'll just move you there.
There.
Oh, you got
I
it.
moved myself.
Move it down to the left, one right below the Holophant. There you go. Attack.
Sure. So I'm gonna use my longsword again,
Mm-hmm.
and we get an 11.
You miss.
Shucks. But the divine It's my, like, it's still like an aura around it.
You
Right?
gotta hit. You gotta hit it.
That's not great. That's kind of bad.
Well, now this thing is looking at you, so it's even worse for you.
Yeah.
That's the end of your turn. And Og,
Is anyone gonna come help?
it's up to you, buddy.
I'm eyeing this thing that's on the cliff with me right now. Does it? Do I? We want to kill this thing, right? Like I've never seen this thing before. I don't think I was there whenever it happened, but it's not a good thing from what I understand.
The hag or the bodak
The hag.
is one of the misery sisters, one of those 3 pirate sisters that smuggled those red crystals into town and cursed Sabrina.
Got it. I'm not a fan of this thing. Got it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, so I can get in range of it. I'm going to move over here to to like right here. I think that's like perfectly within my normal range.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Water Whip on it. One of my new spells. So I think it needs the hag needs to roll a dex saving throw.
Is it a attack? Did you have to roll to hit?
No. For it's a dex saving throw on the hag side, so it has to roll a 15.
Okay, we'll do that. We just pop open our stuff. She gets a nat 20.
A nat 20. Okay, dang. So it takes half the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna try to pull it, but I guess I can't pull it anymore. I was gonna try to pull it off the cliff. But it just takes half damage. So
And how much damage is that?
it was 19. So I don't know, is that 9 or 10? Does it round up or down typically?
We'll do a... I'll do -10.
Yeah, and it's just bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you just essentially smack her in the face with some water.
Yep.
How ungentlemanly of you.
That's, I'm not a big fan of her, so gotta get out of there.
And actually, you notice that her left arm looks elven instead of goblin.
Got it.
It is now this other thing's turn that has been lurking. You see it pop right down here at the bottom. It is going to jump in the air and right over here. On top of the Holophant, Sabrina, and this Bodak. Now, it will not land this turn. Next turn, it will land. So, anyone underneath it needs to get out of its way and far away from it. It's the skeleton's turn now. It can't really do much, unfortunately. It's been a long time since its heyday and way out of its prime. Does what's your spore thing do, Og? Can you do that?
I have not yet cast. Oh, are you saying the regular halo of spores around me, or are you talking more about my my other spell, which is the fungal infestation?
The one. Do you have the one that's unlocked that could create a zombie? Mm-hmm.
I do, yes.
This is at 1 hit point.
Got it.
It's going to move over to you and look up at you.
Got it. I will go ahead, I guess, and then in that case, can I cast out of turn right now?
I'll let you do it, yeah, if you want.
Or let's do it. So my spores gain the ability to infest and animate a corpse.
Hmm.
And then it says it uses the zombie stat block in the monster manual, which I have definitely not looked at.
We're going to delete the skeleton. That's what's because it's no longer skeleton, and you see a mycelium form all around its bones, joints, and it does in fact become a zombie.
A zombie skeleton.
What name would you like to give it?
We'll call him. I don't know. Any suggestions for a cute name for my new pet zombie?
Bones? No.
Bones? I mind Bones. Yeah, sure.
Mr.
Rattle. Call it Rattle.
Rattle.
Mr.
Yeah.
Rattles.
Mr. Rattles.
There we go.
Mr. Rattles.
We now have Mr. Rattles.
Mr. Rattles is now in your servitude.
Heyo. Very nice. He gets to move and basically just snack things, from what I understand. He makes random melee attacks.
Mm-hmm. Now I had to pull up the zombie stat block. 20
Yeah,
feet, it's not going to get close, but it's just
I'm
going
trying to figure out how to cast this thing here. Like, because normally I can cast it, like whenever I did it last time, it gave an automatic stat block, but it's not letting me do that now.
We're just going to go off the zombie one then, and then after this we'll talk about it more.
Yeah.
But now you have at least one servant, so put that down somewhere in your notes that you have Mr. Rattles the zombie. Or the
Yes.
mushroom zombie.
I have it in my D&D Beyond.
And he's just going to have the same turn initiative order, which was 1.
Gulped.
Since that is done now, Oliver is fucked up. All types of fucked up. I'm gonna have to ask myself this and find out. How heavy is this thing? Now this thing has been asleep this whole time, by the way. And no one's been able to get a real good close look at it. Aidwin was almost the closest, but really it. Oliver is going to... Let's see where how far he can go. He's going to go right over there. Right next to Mr. Rattles. He's going to cast Mage Hand to grab this Holophant. And he's going to pull the Holophant over to him and Mr. Rattles. And he basically shoves it in Mr. Rattles' hands and says, go give it to Og. And that's Oliver's turn. The hag will... It's now her turn. She's getting the hell out of here, and she casts Dimension Door. She cannot be seen anymore. She's gone.
Oh, what?
Aidwin, it's now your go.
So Hag is gone.
Hag went through another dimension door and is far, far away.
Oh, great. So all we have left is this bullet dude. This other
Uh-huh.
mole.
Yep. And the Bodak underneath it.
Oh yeah, that's right, the freaking creepy thingy. Well, okay, but the and Mr. Rattles has the Holofant.
Mr. Rattles has the Holofant in its arms, and Mr. Rattles cannot speak.
Okay. Normally I would try to run defense as our win condition is getting this Holofant out of here. But I have 6 HP.
You give me a nature check. Just
Nature check. Let me look at that nature.
you know that this bullet is at full health. It looks way healthier.
Ooh, yeah, no, this sucks. I am going to. There's a way to kind of. Oh shit! I had Featherfall. Damn. Anyway,
Too late now.
Shit! I used a fucking second level spell. Anyway, damn. Okay. Web. I'm gonna cast web. Oh, Sabrina's in the way.
Here's what I'll let you do. Give me an Arcana check. Just give me an Arcana check before I'm gonna say what I say. All right. So here's what I'm gonna let you do. You can cast it in the air above this bullet to where it does not entrap Sabrina. So when this bullet hits the ground, that web will hit the ground and trap it and the Bodak underneath it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that it's in the air, about to land. Oh,
The only problem is it goes before Sabrina and that Bodak, so Sabrina will get caught up in this no matter what if you try.
Well, can I have it so that it at least, because I could suspend it like between trees, apparently.
Do you?
Could I have it so that it can catch the Bodak, but not catch the bullet, but not the Bodak?
Here's since you got a 26 on your Arcana, I'm gonna say you're familiar enough with web to where you can kind of cast it in between the trees. I'll say there's trees. Like, Sabrina is in the middle of 2 trees right now, and you could cast it to where it'll kind of deflect that bullet off of Sabrina and kind of like go more into the Bodak. So it won't do full damage already against her.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of making it like a slide almost of web. Or an incline to kind of block it, and those two will hit into each other instead of hitting Rena.
Okay, yeah, that's what I would do. So that
Because you got a 26 on your Arcana, so you can maneuver it however you want.
so that Sabrina doesn't die, ideally.
60 foot. Can you do a 60 foot cube for me? Well, 20 foot cube.
I can. It's my little shape guy. Draw a shape.
How does that work? It's a 20 foot cube, correct?
Yeah.
So you just wanted to like go out there more and catch it.
I'm gonna do one of like I think that's about 20 foot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We're gonna say Sabrina's not hit by that. That's the end of your turn, I assume, unless you want to use your movement.
Nah, I'm not gonna move. Just gonna hunker down.
All right, well, it's the bullet's turn, and that bullet is going to royally mess up this Bodak and itself. Sabrina, you will take only 8 points of damage, and you're knocked 5 feet away more over here. This bullet will take 24 damage. And this Bodak, if I will ever get to it, will take the same and it's knocked prone. Now the Bodak is now bloodied and it's knocked prone, so it's going to have to use all of its movement, well, half of its movement to get up.
This is from the web that got cast.
Now it is trapped, so if it has to use an action to escape, both of them do.
Oh, yes.
And I will go ahead and do a dexterity saving throw for the Bodak or strength one. It's strength, right, for web?
What was it saying? I think it's a dex throw. Let me see. It's a dexterity save.
It fails, so it's trapped.
Yeah.
The same with this bullet. It is also trapped.
I caused a kerfuffle.
We're just gonna say, Sabrina, it's yours, and give Belzeron some time. So Sabrina, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
She would like to thank Adwin first for saving her life.
Yep. Thanks, Edwin, for the save.
No problem.
Okay. Not really sure what I should do for my turn. I'm on low HP, so I don't know if I should go on the offensive, right?
Well, both of them are trapped, and that Bodak is knocked prone, and it is bloodied. So out of the two of them, the Bodak looks the worst. And I can say you can reach with your maul or longsword to get in there and get a hit without getting trapped in the web.
So I'm gonna use. I'm going to use. I'm sorry.
Sorry, back.
What would you like to use, Reno?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Going to use my longsword.
Okay. On which one? The bullet or the Bodak?
Okay. I'm going to use divine.
See if you can hit. I'll say you get advantage too, because it's knocked prone and it's trapped.
Okay. Dang it. Got another 11.
Roll one more time, you got advantage.
Okay. The 24.
You for sure hit. Roll your damage and that divine smite damage.
Okay, I don't know how to roll divine smite, but I almost rolled a 0. Okay, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's 7 for your damage.
And how do I do divine smite?
Go down to where it says divine. Oh, it does not say it. Let's see here. It's 1d8.
Okay.
Well, hit it with a 2d8 extra radiant damage. So roll 2d8 and tell me.
Sure. I got 13.
13 plus. What was the longsword damage?
I think it was 7.
7 plus 13, so 20 damage.
Yes.
This thing. This Bodak. You just stab it in the mouth. right in the mouth. It goes out the back of its head. Drops dead. And it just disappears into dust. Since he used the Divine Smite and the Radiant damage. So it is now gone. Would you like to use your movement to get away from this position?
Yes. I will move about as far as I can.
Okay. Just
Right.
completely away.
Like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, into your turn. Belgeron, it's your go. This bullet is trapped in a web. And that's the only thing left right now that you gotta worry about, except for keeping the Holophant safe.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll try to take 2 shots at the bullet.
Okay, it's a 17 to hit.
17.
Nice. It's your first one, and then roll your second attack.
23.
Roll the damage for both of them.
19
Jesus Christ.
and 11.
30 damage? You royally messed this thing up, and it is bloodied. Would you like to use any movement or anything like that?
I think I'm okay right here.
It's the end of your turn, and Og, it is back up to you.
Alright, I guess I will. This thing is the last thing, right? In the area? Okay. Shoot, I don't have many spells that like can be cast this far. I could use this one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just use my moonbeam, I think, on this. Let me see if that's the best idea.
I am really happy you did that, because the Holophant is now awake.
Gotcha.
And that means the Holophant can do stuff now.
Ooh.
Would everyone like to know the name of the Holophant?
Si, senor.
Of course I would like to know.
I would never not want to know the name of the Holophant.
Holophant's name is Babbo.
Babbo.
Bobble.
Babbo. Oh, right.
And it's gonna go right after you,
Who's me?
Og.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Is a Holophant attacking me? Wait, I'm confused.
It's gonna go right after you, and it's gonna attack these scary things. Big things.
And I'm not supposed to attack this thing back?
You don't know if it's gonna attack you or not, but it looks like it's a very kind creature. And you look very kind. It looks like it's looking at this very scary thing, and it just got woken up.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to, I mean, you know, it can come at me as it will. I'm safe up here on the cliff. So, and I guess I will just go ahead while it is doing that and just go ahead and cast my moonbeam on this thing and try to put it out of its misery here.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Okay. Cast it up 3rd level, and
It fails its Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
And it looks like hell still, but it's still standing. Well, as much standing as it can be.
Gotcha. Dead's legs.
Is that the end of your turn?
Just for fun, I'll go ahead and heal up. I don't know, just in case, I guess. I'll just go ahead and heal up, as a bonus action, aid one again. So.
Okay.
There you go. Take 9 healing, I guess.
Heck yeah.
We'll go ahead and add that for you.
Pretty rough over there.
Oliver's looking the roughest. He's...
My man's alright.
You don't want to tell his big sister what's been happening to him, or else she'll be pretty mad. Babbo, it's his turn. Babbo is gonna fly right up to you, Og.
Alright.
Right on your shoulder.
I'm gonna open up my arms as if I was receiving it. With arms wide open.
Give me an investigation check and a animal handling check.
Okay. Sure. That's one. And then my animal. Not a great one.
You see its stomach.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's been stabbed with those red crystals.
Oh no.
Like,
My poor boy.
it looks like almost like a porcupine of red crystals just like attacked it.
No. Does it look like it's in pain?
It is in severe pain.
Oh, I wasted
It looks
my
like it
healing
might
word on
be-
the wrong person.
It looks like it might be like poisoned and for sure contaminated.
Sheesh. Sheesh. Alright. I will have to keep that in mind. The next
It
time I
hops
do
on your
something.
shoulder, and you see its trunk extend out straight, and it makes a trumpet noise towards the bullet. A loud trumpet noise. And you see out of it sparkles and glitter towards this bullet. Anyone that's good does not have to save, but this thing is evil, so it's going to have to make a 14 Constitution saving throw, which it fails. It's going to take 22 radiant damage, and it has disadvantage on any saving throw. But everyone else caught in that cone, which is Oliver, Mr. Rattles, and Sabrina, they're all covered in glitter now. And this thing is dead.
Hey, yo.
And as soon as Babbo does that, it collapses on the ground and off your shoulder and starts like seizing up.
Do we have a doctor? Do we have a doctor on board?
No, give me whoever will try to heal this thing. If you can heal it, I'm gonna need a medicine check and an animal handling check from you. You're all out of combat now. It's over, but I need both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I'm gonna try
what
to
does
heal
healing
it.
hands do?
What is what?
Could we use healing hands on it?
You can try. I need a. I'm gonna say everyone can just get up there to where this thing is now. If you want, Mr. Rattles will just take point and watch.
I got
So-
a 15 on animal handling and a 16 on medicine.
This thing, it looks like it's none of you can properly heal it or ease its pain anytime soon.
Oh,
And it
no.
looks like it's taking damage like
Constantly.
heavily. Yeah.
Mm.
It looks like that attack that it did expedited whatever's happening to it even more and hurt it way more.
All right. So I think turning to the group, I think we need to get out of here ASAP and get this thing some healing. Get it to something that can heal it.
Oliver looks up to you, Og, and he said, "We can go to one of my older sisters. Her village should be closer if we leave out of here to the west. If we leave out of this grotto to the west, we can get to that village quicker than to the Bullywog one. And she's a cleric. She'll know what to do with this. She specializes in animals and magical beings. So we can take this thing there and try to help it out."
All right. Yeah, this sounds like the best bet to me. Should we, I guess, start heading in that direction?
Yeah, Mr. Rattles will just take point for you. So he'll just go ahead and scout ahead. And really, the only thing else that's in this cave system is just the grotto and the other exit.
Can I just like look around, like just as we're heading out, like just glance around, see if there's nothing to be just kind of picked up off of these bullets or anything?
You can, yeah, if you want. Give me
Oh,
animal handling for that.
all right. 8.
You can take its hide.
Hmm.
You can take the hard part of its hide.
Trying to debate whether or not that's even worth bothering with.
Take it. Loot.
All right. We'll jump down really quickly. Not physically actually jumping down, but scale the wall or walk around and skin that thing while
I'm gonna say you can just toss a rope down and like hook it on to
Yeah.
a rock or something.
I have like a thorn whip thing. I'm pretty sure I could theoretically use to get down the wall if I just cast it down and climbed it like a ladder.
Yeah, we're
So,
gonna say you can do whatever you can do to get this done, and then you guys
Yeah.
will head out
Sounds good.
over here.
all right.
And
Alright,
you guys are
sounds
now heading to Oliver Sister's village. And that's where we're gonna end off today.